Before I get into my routine, I want to give a big thanks to K Bogues. He was the one I got this programming from, and I definitely recommend checking out his channel if you want to learn more about body weight exercises, programming your workouts with calisthenics, and a lot more. I'll also link his video I got this program template from down in the description. My workout routine is a high repetition, full body workout, mostly with body weight only, and as you can see, it has got me looking pretty diced. I do push-pull legs every single day, 7 days a week. I pick a push like a push-up, a pull like a pull-up or chin-up, and a lower body movement like a squat. I also add 2 assistant movements to my routine like dips or some shoulder work. I then have a minimum daily rep target that I shoot for every day. Here's mine for example. These are the minimum repetition goals I must achieve to complete my workout for the day. Sometimes I do go a little over it depending on how I feel, but I generally stay around those rep ranges and try not to go below them. Here's the order of sets, reps, and rest times I include in my routine, so if you want to pause the video, you can look at that. And the rest time I use transitioning from, let's say, pull-ups to push-ups is 3 minutes, and it's the same for the other transitions as well. I perform different workout variations of push-pull legs. Every day does not consist of the same variations. For example, on Monday, maybe I'll perform 3 sets of close grip L-sit pull-ups, followed by elevated parallel push-ups, wide grip tucked chin-ups, and then regular diamond push-ups. And on Tuesday, I'll switch up the variations. So this time, I'll perform 3 sets of wide neutral grip tucked pull-ups, followed by regular wide parallel push-ups, close grip tucked chin-ups, and then regular push-ups. There are so many variations that I include in my routine. I even play around with the speeds too. The reason why it's important to implement different variations every day is because I'm including a slightly wider range of muscle fibers in a different way each workout. This way it enhances muscle hypertrophy and it reduces the risk of overuse injury. Yes, I could do the same variations every day, but I think I'd be stunting my muscle growth while not including a wider variety of muscle fibers, leaving potential gains on the table. And I used to only perform chin-ups every day, probably for a few months straight until it resulted in elbow tendonitis. Pull-ups and chin-ups are some of the more difficult strenuous movements, so doing the same variation every day is inevitably going to result in disaster. Also, the order in which I do my workouts remains the same every day. So I'll start my routine with 3 sets of pull-ups, followed by 3 sets of push-ups, then chin-ups, push-ups again, dips, some shoulder work, and then I'll end it off with some squats. That is the exact order. The way in which I perform my workouts is very important as well. I'd rather do a set of 10 high quality pull-ups than 20 low effort messy pull-ups. Your technique is crucial in the way you perform reps, and you should strive to perfect your form and have that mind-muscle connection. The quality is way more important than the number of reps. Doing slow and controlled pull-ups, for example, is a great way to ensure the quality of your reps. Slowing the pace and adding control fully stimulates the targeted muscles to actually feel the repetition, so you can analyze your technique and correct any defects in your reps. Also, another tip, recording your workouts can also help with analyzing your form too. But slower movements prevent you from performing sloppy, uncontrolled reps, and it's hard to correct your technique if you're going full out berserk mode. So those are some tips you should implement. And once I'm finished with my workout for the day, I'll go on a 15 to 20 minute light jog. Cardio is something that is important to me, and it helps me stay shredded, and it's just an overall healthy thing to add to your routine. I think you should implement some form of cardio in your program if you want that shredded, lean physique. For the first year I started working out, I did absolutely no cardio and it showed in the way my body looked, so I definitely recommend it. If you want to replicate this kind of workout routine and you're a beginner, do not copy my daily repetition goals on the first session because it will only result in injury and failure. Instead, go for somewhere near this rep range and slowly add reps to your sets as you become stronger throughout time. So yeah, this is pretty much my current workout routine simplified, and it's what works for me. I'm most likely going to stick with this routine for a long time because I have more fun with it. I'm still adding new variations to my workouts, and I've seen better results with this program than with previous ones. Not to say that lifting weights can't be fun or you're going to see better results with calisthenics than weightlifting. This is just my preference and experience. You could get better results with weightlifting or doing body weight. I just recommend trying both to see what you like best. Don't be afraid to get out of your select style of training and experiment. Maybe you'll learn that you like doing both styles and integrate them into one program. It's also a common misconception that you can't build a lot of muscle with body weight exercises. On top of that, with high repetitions. You absolutely can, but it depends on your genetics too, so keep that in mind. That's why, honestly, I don't believe any style of training is better than another in general. It's just what works for you, you know? But over the years, I've been through quite a few workout routines. I've experimented a lot too. I've lifted weights, I've done body weight only, and even weighted calisthenics. But whatever the style of training was, I always stuck with push-pull legs, cycled throughout the week. So chest paired with triceps, back and biceps, and I would actually do shoulders, traps, and forearms on leg day. I prefer my current routine over the previous ones because it's time efficient. It takes about an hour to an hour and a half to complete. I don't have to drive to the gym. It doesn't require a lot of equipment, and it's easy to stay consistent because it's in my room. It's also convenient because all I really need is a pull-up bar in my body, so I can really do it anywhere. You don't need fancy equipment or a gym membership to build muscle at all. However, I would recommend at least having a pull-up bar and some parallettes. If you watched my home gym video, then you've seen I only use two pieces of equipment. These are called the B-bars by the company Base Blocks. I'm not affiliated with them or this product. I kind of wish I was because I love these things so much, but they are so versatile and I can perform so many workouts on them. I love them a lot. Here is the other piece of equipment that I use. These are called parallel bars, and I mainly use them for push-ups as it adds more variety and a deeper range of motion, making the push-ups more difficult to perform, in turn adding more growth to the chest area. I don't strictly follow one style of training as you can see, but I'd say 90% of my routine is body weight exercises and the rest I use some form of weight, mainly for my shoulders because I found I could directly hit them with more precision if I use weights. And you've probably noticed too, I don't directly include my traps, abs, forearms, or biceps in my routine, and that's because my main workouts indirectly include them for me. Pull-ups and chin-ups especially are killer at indirectly developing those missing groups in my program. And when I perform them every day, it adds up, giving my body a solid proportional physique. That's why the pull-up is my favorite exercise. It doesn't just work the back muscles, but so much more. So yeah, I'm going to end it here. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them in the comments. Try to answer some of them. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.